Hey everybody, it's Phoenix. I have some news for you. It's very important. Greece has had 96 earthquakes in 24 hours. Let me repeat that again. 96 earthquakes in 24 hours. Okay? 46 of those were above a 2.0 magnitude. In other words, it was, but it wasn't a 3. Then they had 7 quakes that were actually 3.0 and higher. Then they had 1 quake that was 4.0 and or higher. Last 7 days, they have had 446 earthquakes. I'm not going to break them all down. Let's go through the big numbers. I'll make sure this is in the description. Now, you know how I am. I'm real in detail. Past 30 days, they had 1,532 earthquakes. 90 days, they had 6,684. In 1 year, 365 days is a year, they had 31,486 earthquakes. 2 of those were magnitude of 6.0 or higher. 13 were 5.0 and higher. 139 were 4.0 and higher. 3.0 magnitude or higher was 1,642. 2.0 or higher was 11,340 earthquakes. Guys, this is unreal. I'm even going to cover something that I don't normally cover in these pertaining to these earthquakes, because I want you to see the magnitude of this. Now, a lot of them have been in Crete. Some of them have, and it's going back and forth. And right now it's going between the 2s, the 1.9s, but it's so many of them. Look at this map, guys. You see this? It is insane. Look at that. That's Greece and Crete. That's totally insane. Okay, I mean, 96. Now, when I go down this, I don't see anything really high, except for, let me scroll up. I don't want to hurt your eyes. Hold your eyes. Hold on. Now, I want you to see something. The highest one today was a 4.5. Heraclion, Crete, Greece. Okay? The highest one in the last 7 days is the 4.5. 90 days, it was a 5.2. That was the highest. And 365 days, it was a 6.3. And that was back in October. Now let's scroll down very slowly. I'm going to say something to you guys that I normally don't say. And it's always in front of me, but I don't say it normally. But let's check and see what is the equivalent. It says, estimated combined seismic energy released. Okay, it has a formula, the 4.2 and 10 to the 11 power joules energy. It's 117 megawatt hours, equivalent to 100 tons of TNT. That is how much these earthquakes have generated. That is the energy. Just remember, these earthquakes are energy. They really are. Now, let me show you something on the map. Let's get the map up. Now, 1 hour ago, they had a 1.9. But I want you to see how concentrated these earthquakes are in this one little area. Look at this. And look at all these responses. Most of them will probably be in Greek. Oh, short but heavy. Oh, I see I hadn't got that far. Maybe there's some people here that do speak a little bit of English. I mean, English, it seemed like everywhere I went overseas, people spoke English. Matter of fact, a lot of times I didn't have to learn the language, like in Germany, my gosh, everybody spoke English there. Just about, and if not, we did the universal way of communicating with your hands and your arms. Just let them fly, You get your point across. But look at this, guys. This doesn't look like a grid. This just looks like a big cluster. Now this, you know what I mean? And there's earthquakes within earthquakes, just like we saw earlier. Okay, now check this out. That's just Crete. Now let's look at Greece. Let me turn this on a little bit darker. Let's turn this on a little bit darker, because when it's bright like this, it's hard to really see. Why did you disappear? It just disappeared on me. There we go. Terrain. Sat. There we go. Now you can really see it. Okay, because now Now it's darker where you can actually see it. Now look at that. Now look at it. Look like somebody had a zit breakout, right? Seriously? I mean, that's a lot. I mean, and when you look over to Sicily area, and that's over here in this area right here where the boot's kicking it, you can actually see there's so much seismic the stuff going on. I'm sorry, guys, I'm so excited. There's so much seismic activity going on that the volcanoes are starting to light up. Now, see, that's the problem. And see, when you talk about Greece, they have quite a few down here, and look at all it, and it's happening all around these earthquakes. Okay. Then when you look over here and you see there's a ring inside a ring inside a ring, there's like about three different earthquakes right here, all in the same spot. That doesn't normally happen, guys. That doesn't normally happen. But 96 earthquakes in 24 hours, can you see how? I mean, it's going all the way up near Bulgaria, Albania, Macedonia. I mean, it's going all the way up that way, you know? So I just want to let people know that right about now, this is beyond a swarm. Now, I'm going to have to find a stronger word than swarm. This is beyond swarm. You know what I mean? It's like an all-out assault. That's really what this looks like. It really does. I mean, but we're going to keep you up to date. We'll make sure that we continue to look at this. I don't think it can get any worse. It looked like most of the land is pretty much covered. Now, keep in mind, this is over a week's time. There's very little land that has not had an earthquake. You know, of course, I'm kind of high up from the map, but there's very little land that hasn't had an earthquake. Pretty much, it's pretty much covered. You know, I mean, if you know someone in Greece, please check on them. Make sure they're okay. I'm going to have to scrub the news and see if I can find out some information as far as what's going on. And see, this seismic activity affects people's moods. It can affect people's health, you know, and it's probably very hot over there on top of it. And they probably, you know, I know it was trying to rain in certain parts of it last night. I was looking at the weather over there last night. But if you know someone over here, make sure you get in contact with them, because this red line right here is where the actual plates actually hit each other. They collide with each other. So I mean, there's a lot of other things that can happen from all of this seismic activity, you know. But like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was informative for you. And I'll make sure that I put the details in the description in case you want to show it to somebody and go, look at these stats. I'll make sure that the stats that you saw earlier will be in the description. Take care of yourself and be safe. See you soon. Ciao.